I know y'all remember this. That dude Anthony Massey that was on the run, there was all them dudes from New Orleans that escaped out of the prison, and they were all wanted. And there was 2 that was left, bro. I saw parlays that people were placing on who was gonna be the last one between Anthony Massey and the other dude that was still wanted. And I knew that you was dumb and don't do football parlays if you would have bet on Anthony Massey. The day I saw him go on Instagram Live and he was like, nah, I didn't escape. They let me out. I was like, oh, nah, he's gonna get caught. Nah, he's gonna get caught real soon. Trust me, he is going to get caught. Don't get comfortable out there. Do all the shit you always wanted to do and you haven't done.
It was 8 months, all right, 6 months, something like that. I was in there for theft of a motor vehicle and domestic abuse involving strangulation. That's what I was in Orleans Parish for. Okay, but before I was in Orleans Parish, I was in a jail called St. Tammany Detention Center. All right, St. Tammany Jail here in St. Tammany Parish. There's 2 different parishes, Orleans and St. Tammany. Okay, today what I want to talk about is that I was on 2nd-degree kidnapping, 2nd-degree domestic abuse, battery involving strangulation, domestic abuse, battery, violation of protective order, right? On this woman right here, her name is Diamond White. That's her name. This is a district attorney drop form right here. And she's not a child, she's an adult, a full adult. I was dating this woman. This is a legalized affidavit saying all allegations against me is false. You remember, all allegations against me is false. I was nowhere around her or none of that during the timing of the date, which was November the 10th of 2024. Okay, so I was in St. Tammany, right, and I was on a regular domestic charge, right. So they put a parole hold on me because I was on a domestic charge. So with that being said, is that once that occurred, and the charges was refused or whatever, they shipped me to Orleans Parish where I had more open charges. It was the theft of a motor vehicle and the domestic abuse, battery involving strangulation. So once I got in Orleans Parish jail, all right, I have from the district attorney's office, this woman who they say that I am another parish and in Orleans Parish, it's the same woman here. It's not different females, it's the same grown woman, not a child, a grown woman. Okay, she did the same thing in Orleans Parish, right? Correct. I'm about to show you how the system is corrupted. Okay, she did this, right? Saying all allegations against me is false. And she even saying it, you know, she let them know the truth, that I never did this to her, I never hit her, I was nowhere around her, nothing. She got mad and thought that I was dealing with another woman. That's why she did what she did to me. You know what I'm saying? Another thing too, once I got into Orleans Parish, I was there for like a month or something like that. Okay, a lot went on as that time progressed. Okay, if the system is corrupted. Once I got into Orleans Parish, I was there for like a month or something like that. Okay, a lot went on as that time progressed. Okay, if you was an innocent person and you know the judges and DA know that this person is saying that all the charges that you're on that you did not do, why was you still in jail? Louisiana have the highest incarceration rate in the world for putting black people away. Yes, at the end of the day, in my younger life, I'm not gonna lie, I was causing problems. I was young. My daddy got killed when I was 7 years old. My mom had to raise 4 children by herself, so I had to find a way to try to help my mother. You feel what I'm saying? But as time went on, the person that I once was, I'm not that person today. That is not who I am. I have a 3-year-old son. I have an 18-year-old daughter that graduated yesterday, supposed to be. At the end of the day, that people don't understand that they see that I'm armed and dangerous. I have a heart. People that know me know that at the end of the day, I am a good person.
Because you will be caught. We haven't seen the other dude. We haven't heard from the other dude. We don't know where he's at. He still got the same haircut. Did he change his facial features? Because this dude got tattoos all over his face. And then went on live to tell us that he still looked exactly the same. I would have cut my hair. I would have went bald and put more tattoos or something. I don't know. Got a toupee. Something. Put makeup on over your tattoos when you're walking around the street. Something. Nah, he was walking around looking regular like the mugshot. And he was finally caught. We also see the shorty from the Airbnb talk about, because he was at an Airbnb when he got arrested. We hear the Airbnb owner talk. But before we get there, let's see this news clip real quick. Sub up to the channel, man. We on that road to 20,000 subscribers. We're gonna do another giveaway at 20,000. Gotta do the video too for the 10,000 giveaway subs. We're gonna do that video of us packing the shit and shipping it out and us sending the DMs to everybody. Sub up, sub up, sub up. We on that road to 20,000.
Afternoon, one of the 10 escaped inmates from Orleans Justice Center has been recaptured this afternoon, according to the US Marshals Office. Antoine Massey, who has been known for making social media posts as he's been on the run, he was one of the 10 inmates who escaped from the Orleans Justice Center several weeks ago.
Yo, I also saw Anthony Massey jump into a pool.
So you been gone? You been gone for 14 summers, man. Yeah, but I ain't swum since 2008.
I'm like, this nigga's at cookouts, jumping in pools, eating Memorial Day grill. Like, nah. Yo, I'm telling you, New Orleans police is gonna take this shit serious. And I heard Louisiana don't play when it comes to jail. Like, I heard their shit is super strict. So when I started seeing all them videos, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be bad for him.
So now, he and Derek Groves were the only two remaining still on the run. But this afternoon, we have learned at WWL Louisiana that Antoine Massey has been recaptured. We just got off the phone moments ago with the US Marshals Office. They confirmed to us here at WWL Louisiana that he is, in fact, back in custody, that he was taken back into custody in the Hollygrove neighborhood. And investigative reporter Mike Pearlstein is joining me on the set this afternoon. You just got off the phone with them. Tell me what else you know. This happened in Hollygrove, as I mentioned?
Right, in the 9400 block of Strolitz, not far from the Costco on the way to Metairie Road. This was all within the past hour, so this is very fresh news and information. Antoine Massey was found inside of a residence. He was alone. According to Brian Fair of the U.S. Marshal Service, he was captured without incident. In fact, he gave himself up once surrounded by law enforcement. This actually came from a Crime Stoppers tip, Katie. So we know that a $50,000 reward had been offered for some weeks now. They had been waiting on tips. In fact,
$50,000 reward. He had his own family members snitching, friends and everybody trying to get cash. You heard back from Anthony? He told you where he was at? Let me know. I'm trying to go show him some love. You know, I know he needs support. He can't be out there grocery shopping. Give me the address. What time you think he gonna be there at? Word, I'm gonna send him a little package. Send him a little package. Getting out of that shit, texting T.I. Yo, T.I., what's the number of the Crime Stoppers again? T.I., what's the number of the Crime Stoppers? Because I got a lead on this one.
Pursuing some of them unsuccessfully until today. This tip panned out. Somebody will be collecting $1,000. It came through Crime Stoppers. Other agencies involved, the U.S. Marshals were kind of leading the search.
Yes.
But instrumental and at this residence were representatives of the New Orleans Police Department, Louisiana State Police, U.S. Marshals, of course, along with JPSO, not far from the Jefferson Parish border.
That's right on the line.
They assisted. Obviously, they were taking, no chances or risks with this particular escaped inmate being considered potentially armed, potentially dangerous.
Yes.
But it ended peacefully. He's now back in custody. Obviously, he'll be facing a charge of escape in addition to the previous charges for which he was being held at the Orleans Justice Center of domestic violence.
Wait, this is where you got caught at? Nah, don't catch me. Don't let me be on the run and catch me on a street called Airline Drive. Oh, I should have got on that plane. I should have got on that plane and went to Panama. Nigga, I would have been there like, damn, Airline Drive is crazy. God was giving me signs. God was giving me signs.
Absolutely. Now, this area that we were looking at on your screen, this is a map where that house is, where Antoine Massey, one of the Orleans Justice Center escapees, was taken back into custody. If you're just joining us, that happened just a few moments ago. This area is really not too far from Xavier University's campus, which may be a bit unnerving for some parents out there who may be watching this, to know that Antoine Massey was hiding out in a house right there, not that far from the Costco, where a lot of people frequent. Hundreds, thousands of people go through that Costco every day. And apparently, Antoine Massey did not get far when they escaped from the Orleans Justice Center.
And remember,
all 10 of them.
It was kind of assumed in the case of Antoine Massey in particular that he may not have gone far. We saw that previously he posted a video of himself on social media that was identified as a house near the fairgrounds, which was promptly descended upon by the law enforcement agencies. He had not.
I just noticed this nigga's the worst escapee because they showed the video twice. I thought I was tripping the first time. This nigga jumped off. I don't know why I've never noticed. It's off and full. It's like, brother, you the worst. I know he was the first one to get caught.
As a house near the fairgrounds, which was promptly descended upon by the law enforcement agencies. He had not been there, so assumed that whenever he videotaped that, it was sometime earlier before he posted it. But that gave them an idea that he probably had not fled across state lines or anything further. What is interesting, we've seen in many of these other escapees, accomplices arrested, booked with accessory to the escape. Right now, no such other people known to be involved in helping him, assisting him. Nobody was at that house in that Hollygrove area when they descended upon it to make that arrest. He gave himself up peacefully. Now, of course, we'll see once they debrief Antoine Massey if he provides any additional information. He was considered, Katie, one of the masterminds
yes, I mean,
of
we learned
the
that.
escape.
We learned that, yes, through the fact that they've arrested several other people, and so that has given.
Nah, he made them look for so long. They're gonna add extra charges. They're like, yeah, this nigga, you know what? He planned all of this. He was the mastermind. Like, yo, they really gonna get him now, bro. They really gonna tack that shit on now.
Given us a bit of a paper trail as we've continued to cover this.
And he's been perhaps the most visible by popping up on social media. There had been many tips generated about his whereabouts, including the one himself going on social media. They were able to, pinpoint a house there. It's now almost 6 weeks since that escape. It is really considered remarkable that Massey, up until today, and Derrick Rose, the other at large, managed to stay out for so long with such a large reward being offered.
Apparently, one tip is all it took.
That's right, and that is always the kind of mystery of being a fugitive. How many people know of the whereabouts? Yes. Who did he trust? Well, apparently, I don't know if it was him letting his guard down or somebody deciding 50,000 was just too tempting to pass up, but it was in fact a Crime Stoppers tip. And Brian Fair, the spokesman for the US Marshals Service, said that reward will be collected by the tipster.
Yeah, well, obviously there's still a $50,000 reward for information out for Derrick Grove.
Who's going to collect the money?
And Brian Fair, the spokesman for the US Marshals Service, said that reward will be collected by the tipster.
Yeah, well...
He said the tipster. I thought that nigga said the sister. I said, oh, no, you can't even trust your siblings. This shit is crazy.
Obviously, there's still a $50,000 reward for information out for Derrick Groves.
Was for Antoine Massey, who police say came out of a home on the block without any trouble. He's one of 10 inmates that broke out of the New Orleans jail more than a month ago.
6 weeks of the whole investigation, you know what I'm saying? Massey got caught. I want to see the house that Massey got caught in.
Neighbors say the house is a duplex and that Massey came out of the far back portion of the property. Our cameras were rolling when the property owner arrived at the home about an hour after Massey's arrest.
So you the property owner?
I'm the property owner.
Okay, any comment as far as the arrest?
No comment. I don't know
Massey
anything.
living on your property, man.
Nope, it's an Airbnb.
The property owner eventually came back out from the gate and told us that she knew little about how Massey got into her property. But she doesn't believe he's linked to anyone that's staying there.
It's only one tenant you were telling us that lives here.
Yes, only one tenant. And I'm still trying to get in contact with the cops. I'm not sure what's happening. I really don't know what's going on.
Seeing Antoine Massey walking out of this property in handcuffs shocked a lot of neighbors here on Strollett Streets who never thought that they'd see one of the escaped.
I don't even think Derrick Rose or Derrick Groves is even speaking to his family. And these dudes all stayed in New Orleans, which is crazy to me. Like, this shit is mass news all the way over here in this side of the map. I know for damn sure everybody's talking about this in New Orleans, and you walk around with your crazy face, like you walk around with your face, is it's crazy because he has a very unique face. I've never seen a lot of people that look like this nigga, and the tattoos don't even help. I'm telling you, bro, this nigga looked like if the Exorcist would have got into the Chucky doll, but it would have changed his mind. Like, you know what? I kind of want to sell some drugs in the hood before I go back and terrorize people. He looks crazy. Very unique face. Very unique face. That nigga had to go to Portland. If you didn't want to leave America, you had to go to Portland, bro, and just live in the forest out there in Portland. Buy a boat. Do the opposite. You seen everybody coming in the Yola this way from Cuba, Dior, and all that, Colombia? Nah, jump on the boat and go that way. I'm on my way to Cuba on a boat. I would have jumped on a big ass construction tire and paddled my way to Cuba. Senor, you're going the wrong way. You're going, America's that way. I know it is. I'm not going that. What way you came from? Going the way they came from, my brother. I'm going the way that they came from. But like they said, he was caught at a residence by himself. That resident wasn't him. We later find out that that was an Airbnb, and we actually hear that lady speak as well.
Right. Thank you. You said you don't. Yeah. I understand. Would you mind saying a few words with us if we don't put your face on the camera? If
That's
we put it
Amelia
towards the ground?
Strahan. She is out at the scene where this inmate was found this afternoon.
This is why you can never trust people snitching. She said, we won't put your face in it, we'll point the camera down. Shorty, they on live television, breaking news. We saw her. I can see her again right now. They even took a screen picture of Shorty.
Woman who says that she uses that unit as an Airbnb from time to time, said she really didn't want to go on camera, so we were trying not to show her face there. But, you know, apparently that's where Antoine Massey was hiding out, and that's where he was taken into custody. It's very interesting that even the property owner was not told by law enforcement what was going down when it was going down. So that tells you just how much they had to secretly inject themselves into that situation as to not alert Antoine Massey that they were on to him, go in there, get him peacefully, and get him out of there as quick as they went in almost.
And I can tell you from a house that they approached earlier this week, this was on a Derrick Groves tip,
yes,
that law enforcement did assemble in force with multiple different agencies, and they very, very intentionally did not make, say, a SWAT scene or surround a house. They kept it completely kind of
quiet.
Almost like undercover surveillance to determine if in fact Derrick Groves was at that location.
Right, and
he
Amelia
was not.
We're going to go back out to Amelia again. Apparently she's got some more information for us. So Amelia, what you got for us?
Because this is two properties.
Hey guys, we're actually talking to the woman who owns the. Let's turn the camera this way. We're actually.
Yo, I'm throwing hands if I'm her. I'm throwing hands if I'm her. Hold on. They already showed us the shorty 5 times. If this is witness protection program, now I get why 6ix9ine declined it. Like, nah, it's cool. I'll take my chances myself. Because this is crazy. They showed us she wore Panda Dunks. At this point, you should have just kept it up and showed me my face. Don't even show the streets that I own Panda Dunk. Now you showing my skirt to then pick the camera back up as you walk away and show me. What was the point of that?
Hey guys, we're actually talking to the woman who owns the. Let's turn the camera this way. We're actually talking to the woman that owns the Airbnb where Antoine Massey was allegedly found. She doesn't want her face on camera. We want to respect her request. So I'm going to get Robin to put the camera back down, and we're going to ask her a few questions. You guys can listen in.
I mean, is it shocking to hear this happen not only on your property but in your neighborhood? Because a lot of people we spoke to say they were just talking to someone just cutting grass here earlier today, and then this happened.
Quiet neighborhood, you know, it's kind of shocking, you know, but hey, you know, things like this happen. We just have to.
And this nigga keeps zooming in on them Panda Dunks. Don't think you're slick.
You know, kind of be careful, I guess, you know.
Have you seen any signs of this? Anything suspicious?
Seen any signs? No.
And it's only one tenant you were telling us that lives here.
Yes, only one tenant.
And you said telling me when you were closing the gate that Antoine Massey might have run in, broken in.
Right, because I'm frustrated too. I don't know what's happening. They say this is going on, and I get here and I don't even see a cop. So, you know, so I don't know.
So
and what do you know about the family? Do you know anything about the family, the tenant that was staying there?
No, I don't know anything about the
Who actually called you and alerted you of what was going on at your property?
My friend called me. A friend of mine. I guess it's all over the news and they know.
Did she see the whole arrest happen, or just the law enforcement presence?
Just the law enforcement.
You weren't even really notified.
Thank you so much.
Nah, this is crazy. This is crazy. You can't trust them. You cannot trust, bro. They showed Shorty 5 times. I still can't get over that. And she got there with a shirt that says justice. Oh shit. Oh shit. This is all she wrote. This is all she wrote. We'll probably never find out how the tip was given, either the tipster. Well, with this news station, maybe we will. Let me not talk ahead of myself. Maybe we will. The way that we're not gonna show her. Hold on, put the camera down. All right, cool. Hold on. Let's walk back close up to her again. Like, bro, you showed her 5 times already. Shorty. I know she saw this and was tight. But now it looks like the cops really did do a crazy good get in and get out, because she said that by the time she heard it, she got there, there's not even one sign of cops at her house. Wild. That's the thing with owning an Airbnb. You don't know the people you're renting it to. That's crazy. You can only see their profile. You don't even know somebody else is renting it for them. It's crazy. I doubt he had his picture, Anthony Massey, trying to rent an Airbnb, because that would be the hottest thing in the world. Do y'all think it would have been safer if you would have went to like a Motel 6 or something? Or at that point it's even worse, because there's gonna be people walking in and out and they can see. Yeah, I feel like, bro, the only thing you could do is go build a log house and go to the forest. Go to like Portland or some shit. Go live in like try to live in the forest or the Everglades down in Florida and avoid alligators for the rest of your life. I got too much anxiety to be looking over my shoulder all day. Sub to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Do you guys think they would ever find Derrick? I don't think so. I'm not gonna lie to you. Not that they will never find him, maybe one day, but not anytime soon. I feel like he's really doing it right. And if they catch him, at least he knows he gave it all. He wasn't on Instagram Live. You get me? Like, everybody was focused on Anthony Massey because he was out there sticking his tongue out to the feds. Will they find Derrick? We shall see. Sub to the channel, guys. Comment down below. Let me know your thoughts about this whole situation. And if you went to Xavier College, did you guys hear about this happening in your neighborhood? Is this like going crazy right now? Let me know down below.